Hey, anyone who's watching this, I'm Drake, and welcome back to Cooking with Drake. This is the season finale. Although this may be the first recorded episode, this is also the first episode that we ever record and didn't stream. Yes, streaming is. Yes, streaming is with camera and stuff. The OBS is not that kind of thingamajig here, yeah? Alright. So we're gonna get started in here. Oh, damn. Heavy stuff. So, although you may not see it yet, I'm just getting prepared. Here are the things we're gonna use, mostly because we gotta use some utensils as well. So, oh, damn. Yeah, this thing's not going on YouTube. You gotta make a censored version of this. Ooh, damn. Okay. I've never ever recorded a video before, at least with OBS. So give me a break if things look bad. Okay. So, we're gonna make some killer food tonight. So, what we're gonna get are burger patties. Yep, that's right, boys. I'm making burgers. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do the fresh ones like I really wanted to, but that is fine. So we're gonna let this defrost for a little bit. Okay? And then we're gonna move this back here. Oh, yes. Okay. No, don't move. Ooh. Keep in mind, for anyone who's watching this, first time ever recording, so give me a break if things get a little bad. Okay. Once our pan is preheated, it's not heated just yet, but we're still working on it. Now, I'm gonna get our spices. So, for our spices today, sorry for the big old blind light up here, we're gonna have some seasoning salt, some minced onion, here. Then, we're gonna get some garlic salt. Shout out to Lori's, by the way. And then, we're gonna get some good old seasoned meat tenderizer. Shout out to Great Value for that. Well, now, with our burgers, we're making a double patty. Yeah, maybe a lot, but it's usually my usual at McDonald's. I'm just kidding, I don't really go to McDonald's anymore. Should happen. So, there's that. Now, what we're gonna do? So I'm gonna get a butter knife. I know it sounds weird just getting a random ass butter knife just for frozen chunk of beef, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? All right, give me 1 second, you guys. Okay. We got the butter knife. Ooh, 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 oh, damn. Hey. Then, you just simply gotta jam it in there, though you can't see it yet. Soon enough, I might get a second view camera. Ooh, shit. Okay. First, very thick patty, unfortunately, but it works. So, then, we're making a burger. Remember, a burger. Oh, damn. There we go. We got this whole hunk of butt. Whole fucking beef. And the spices on a paper plate that's over here. plug in the headphones is fine because I prefer having some audio with my shit. Okay. We're now gonna have the headphones. Alrighty. So, remember, in today's video, we're making burgers. Again, I had to just introduce that yet again so you guys may understand. So we're gonna get our first patty. We're gonna place it again on our pan. Now, although this is not the plan I wanted to do, where... Can you stay upright for me? Thank you. You know, for Cooking with Drake Season 1 finale. But things happen, and we gotta do some shit, right? Right. So, after we're done with that, we're gonna wait till we can get a little bit of sizzle. If you can hear that. Right? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, if you ever want to make my burgers, you gotta do something in a very specific order. You gotta put these seasonings in the right order. So, first, you want meat tenderizer, because you can't really have a nice burger without some tenderized meat, right? Then, we're gonna get our minced onions. Again, shout out to McCormick, not Lori's this time. Then, we're gonna get some Lori's garlic salt. Not sponsored, by the way. I just really like the brand. Then, we're gonna cover that top with some garlic salt. I don't cook much, at least on video, but you can definitely ask some people that I know, and they will tell you that I do cook a lot. Too much for my own good. So, after we get our seasonings, we're then going to start preheating our oven. Because we're not just making burgers. No, we're not just making burgers. We're making Ore-Ida potato fries. Crispy, crinkled. Alright, so how do we do this? We're going to do is maybe half a bag. Preheat oven at 125. Fun fact, we use a electric oven because, why not? Electric ovens are a little bit slower, unfortunately, when it comes to cooking. But when you do it correctly, they come out perfectly. What time is it? Did I leave my phone? I'm getting a little bit. Now, if you guys ever use traditional patties, I know you can hear that, by the way. When you ever use fresh patties, if you don't want your patties to shrink, I personally suggest that you use a method that I saw on a recent video from Patrick Zanali, where he simply presses his thumb into a burger, obviously washed, and it actually doesn't shrink that much compared to how you would normally get it at a restaurant. 'Cause the thing is, at the start, burgers are not always the same. Never always the same. They always shrink. Because the fat comes out of the actual patty, so you're not able to make the actual burgers. Does that make sense? Okay, you got it. So, I'm thinking about putting this up on YouTube. I'll make a poll on it with you guys on the Discord. And if enough votes say yes, I'll put it up. I'll probably cut this part out for obvious purposes on that because we don't want random people joining the Discord. Even then, if people do see this and be like, well, what's the Discord? What's the Discord? I'll just make a Discord for them. Be like, Cooking with Drake server. But when you deem your patties cooked enough, mine aren't cooked enough though. Because I prefer medium, to be completely honest with you. Medium is my kind of thing. So things like that do pretty well. Oh damn. With my taste buds, personally. Oh well, 10 minutes, 11 minutes already. Okay. Well, when I deem my burger's cooked enough, that black stuff there is really good when you combine it correctly. But I know you can hear that sizzle. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, at the time of recording, the post was just made. Oh damn, that is leaking. Now, a little suggestion I have is when cooking burgers, you should probably season both sides, so that way either side that you eat on, it slams your taste buds harder. So, again, I personally suggest that when you use and you cook, burger patties like this, you want to be sure that you season both sides. Because if you don't season both sides, then how are they both gonna, get flavor? It's not when sometimes when patties cook like this, they only go through about one half. Now that's not great at all. I mean, am I wrong? So yeah. And if the poll does get successful, I will make a whole playlist of Season 2 and put it on my YouTube channel. Season 2 will be filled with every single episode that I make once a week. Yes, that's right, once a week. Once a week, Season 2 will be uploaded. However, the first one comes on June 7th. Yeah, a whole month from recording. A whole month. I don't know famous YouTubers watching this and stuff, but if there probably might be. I have no idea. I can't predict the future. But hello. I gotta leave that in for the funny. Well, as my dream with any child, I wish to be a great YouTuber. I don't care if I don't get millions of subscribers like anyone else does. I just want to at least get a bunch of subscribers, but like not enough that like the whole world's gonna know me. I don't prefer to be famous, to be completely honest with you. Some of you be like, well, why don't you want to be famous? You'll get a bunch of money. Yes. But do you know how many people will try and contact their favorite celebrities. Some of them even killing themselves. I'm serious. You can even listen to the song Stan by Eminem. There, he tells a story. I'm not sure if it's true or not. I know you sometimes don't believe him because you know how he is sometimes. He makes some stories. Don't mind that light in the background. That is just a light that I prefer to keep on. Don't mind it. Oh no, 15 minutes on this already. Nice. Now, these are not the best burgers I've made, but they are burgers. So as long as they come out somewhat well, I'll be fine with it. I'm gonna set the cheese there. I like my burgers plain. Don't fucking sue me, bitch. I have to get another plate because you do not want to make some raw patties with cooked patties. That's just a recipe for disaster, my friend. Once these are cooked enough, oh, okay. Now we got that. Okay. Now, preferably I'd like to toast this in pan, but I don't want to dirty another dish. I just want to get a dish out. Ooh, almost burned myself. Lovely, I didn't. And if you ever cook, something I get nagged on all the damn time, is always clean up after yourself. Because sometimes you're not the only one who's in the kitchen, right? You should be nice and, you know, clean up after yourself. Even if it isn't big, even if it isn't as big of a mess as you think, it might be troubling for someone else. So always clean up after yourself, man. Okay, the cheese is a little bit squishy and softer. Be easier to lay on. So once the cheese starts melting a little bit, our fries aren't done yet. I guess we'll just skip out on that. Unfortunately for this episode, we will just have the burger, which is fine. I also kind of do like my burgers with A1, but this point in time, we don't have that. Okay. Yeah. Go. Alright, I will record a taste test later. For now, thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a nice day. Bye bye.